Hello and welcome to the second talk of how to work faster on Windows computers. In this talk, we are going to talk about the best ways to moving between open windows on your computer. You know what is Windows. So let's say, for example, on my computer right now, I have several applications. So I have a browser and it has got several tabs in it. I have got another browser that also has got several tabs in it. Then I have got a notepad. It also has got several tabs on it. Then I have got several folders also open. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 folders are open. And then I have 3 Excel sheets open. And I have this Word file. And I have another window for recording this screen. Now, as you can see, I have got say 3, 4, 7 windows open, and they are all different tasks. So let's say, for example, I am working something on dictionary, something on a question, something on this video, and all of these things are open here. And once I complete one task, I'll move on to the another task. So I'll close a few window, or maybe I'll minimize it. I'll move to some other window while I'm working on something else. So what is the best way of doing it that improves your efficiency in working on these multiple tasks? This is what you call as the multitasking, the real multitasking. Now, if you are not a pro, if you're not very good at working with the computers, then the usual way for you to move from one window to another would be very cumbersome. And if that is seen by someone who is good at working with the computers, he will get irritated. I have seen several instances of people uh, who work on computers, and I tell them, okay, can you move from this Excel file to, let's say, your browser and search for a particular item? How do they do it? So let's say, for example, if you have this Excel file open here, and I'm asking you to move from, let's say, this Excel file to some other place. So what you will do if you are not a very good computer proficient person, then what you would do is to uh, uh, go to this place here and click on this thing. So this is the minimize button, and this is the maximize button, and this is the close button. You would be using these 3 buttons. But remember that these 3 buttons are some things that you should not be using. You should not be using at all. There are better ways of working with that. Because if you use these buttons, you will have to work with your mouse pointer. So your mouse pointer, you move from here, and then go up to this place and then do that. This is a cumbersome way and it takes time. So the better way is some others. So let's say, for example, if you are not very pro with it, what you would do, you would minimize it. One, then this, and then let's say this, and then this, and then this, and then how now you have come to the Firefox. Now, what you will do if you are working only with the mouse, you will go here, click on this, and then do write something and let's say search for it. Now, this is taking more time. But there is another way that is considered faster. And this is the way which you should always be using. And that is the way of using keyboard shortcuts. So let's say, for example, I'm going again to, let's say, this place here, and I am on this file, and I want to go from here to, let's say, my notepad++. How do I do that? So the way of doing it is using a shortcut. That shortcut is called Alt+Tab. So you have the Alt button and the Tab button. You can see if I'm pressing the Alt tab, you can see my key presses here. There is some icon that will come and you can see. So let's say I'm going to press the Alt tab button now. So I'll press the Alt tab. I'm keeping it pressed. You can see that this is pressed. You can see it here that it is pressed. And now I will write while my thumb is pressing the Alt tab, I'm pressing the tab button only once. That is like tapping on the tab button. So tab. So Alt tab I have done. Alt tab is still pressed and that is why I'm seeing the whole view. So Alt plus one tap on the tab button and you can see all the windows that are open on your computer. Now I can tap one more tab and I will go to a folder right now that is called released. One more tap, I'm going to Firefox. One more tap, I'm going to Chrome. And one more tap, I'm going to Notepad++. So I want to work with the Notepad right now. So now I will release the Alt button. I'll take my finger off of the tab button, Alt button. Done. Now, the moment I do it, I have this tab button open with me and in front. I can write quickly here. I can write quickly whatever I want. And you can see this. And let's say I want to move again from here to the Word file. So it is the next file. So Alt tab, I can quickly move from one tab to another tab by just using the Alt tab. One Alt tab, it goes. If your file is at some other place, let's say this English teaching folder is at the last one. So I will have to tab several times before it reaches that thing, and then I'll release the Alt button, and then I'll go to that file. So that is how it is going on. Now, this is the way of moving quickly from one window to another window. Now, another thing, there is another shortcut called Ctrl+N. That is basically giving you a new file. Let's say, for example, I am here on Microsoft Word and I want to open another Microsoft Word file. I can simply press Ctrl+N. So Control and then N. I've got a new file. If I want to close this file, suppose if I do not want it, what I can do, I can simply type Ctrl+W. That tab is gone. That new file is gone. Now let's see, for example, now here on your Firefox, because you will be working a lot on browsers. So how do you move from one tab to another tab? Because right now this particular tab, this particular browser has got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tabs are there. Now suppose if I want to go to let's say this tab, how do I do that? One is that I can go with my mouse, but as I told you, mouse is like a stick. A stick is a symbol of violence. You should not be adhering to violence. You should try to avoid the violence as much as possible and do it with love. And love is using your keyboard rather than your mouse. So Let's say I want to move from here, so I will press the Ctrl+Tab button. I will see all the tabs that is open in my Firefox right now. I can move. So let's say I'm here, daily report, inbox, mail, and other things. So let's say I'm going to Facebook, I'll press here. I'm going to some other place, email, here. And if I do simply one time, then it will simply move from one tab to another tab. So that is how you move from one tab to another tab on a browser. Use these shortcuts on your own, and after you do it for some time, you will find this to be most useful to you, and you will be using these shortcuts instead of mouse clicks very often and very quickly. Thank you.